Okay, we're here at the Shockfest and Mockfest Film Festival for the second day. And we have our special guest, Jonathan Weichsel, and we'll let him explain what he's doing here.
Well, I'm actually doing a lot here. I have a screenplay in the screenplay competition called the Catlady of Gramercy, and I also wrote and acted in a festival promo for the Midnight Massacre block, and I acted alongside Dawna here. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great filming it. We shot it at John Granillo's apartment. Now, tell us about your screenplay. Well, no, first tell us about where you went to school and a little bit about your career.
Well, I went to school at Fordham University. I was an English major, and I had a minor in creative writing. Yes.
Yeah. So did you know you were going to be a screenwriter at that time?
No, I didn't. I was writing a lot of poetry and a lot of short stories, but I took a few screenwriting classes as an elective, and I just really fell in love with it. I moved out here in 2008, and horror had always been my favorite genre, and maybe around 2009 I discovered the independent horror community, and I wasn't really doing anything. I was just kind of getting settled into Los Angeles, and I started writing movie reviews, and I started reviewing horror films. First for Valley Scene magazine, and then for Film Radar, and currently for MoreHorror, which ironically this interview is for. So that's kind of how I got into indie horror, and I just fell in love with the indie horror community. And again, I always really loved horror, so I started writing horror screenplays and entering them into horror festivals. And one of the great things about horror is, I don't know if the other genres do this, but the horror festivals a lot of them have screenplay competitions on the side. Shockfest does, and a bunch of other festivals do. So I started entering my screenplays into festivals, and I was shocked that they were being accepted. People accepted them, they liked them, they started winning awards, and so I just kept on doing it over and over, and I'm just having a lot of fun. People are recognizing me for my writing, and people are reading my screenplays and enjoying them and saying really great things about them. And even this afternoon at Shockfest, they have something called the Writers' Symposium, where actors actually perform scenes from the screenplays live on stage. So they performed, some scenes from the Catlady of Gramercy along with some other accepted screenplays, and it was a lot of fun just to see my writing up there performed by really amazing actors like Harrison Hollows.
Okay. Now, when I first met you, I believe it was 2 years ago, and your screenplay won that year. So what screenplay was that?
That was Ibu Gogo. Ibu Gogo won at Shockfest in 2011, and Alter Ego won in 2012, and now I'm back in 2014 with the Catlady of Gramercy. Shockfest really, more than any other festival, really launched my career as a screenwriter. Shockfest has done more than any other festival to promote me as a writer, to get me out there, to introduce me to amazing people. And this year, Shockfest allowed me to make that festival promo with Dawna and John Granillo and Izzy Schizophrenia, which was directed by Charlie Daniels, and the live action sequence, because it was multimedia with screenplay and live action. The live action, John Granillo did a lot of help directing that, and it really turned out excellent. People were cheering, people were clapping, like they were, screaming at the scary parts, laughing at the funny parts, and were really just going along with it. So it was a lot of fun, and it's something that I'm very proud of, and it's actually the first time that my writing has actually been produced. So it was just real awesome to see.
Yeah, actually, I think probably we were the comic relief in it, but it was so fun. It was a great atmosphere, and Charlie did a fantastic job. And speaking of Charlie,
Charlie.
come say hello. We're just talking about the promo. Here is our esteemed director. Yeah.
Directed the Midnight Massacre. So, what was it like being the first person to, film my writing, to put my writing on film?
Well, you didn't make my job difficult, I'll tell you that. And it was good writing. It was exciting, and it really did grab me.
Cool. Thank you.
And as you can see, I tried to do as best as I can. You can't just have a good director. You can't just have a good actor. You can't just have a good writer. But that was what was good about Midnight Massacre. We had a good writer. We had an excellent actor. And I think I did a pretty good job.
You did an excellent job. Like, it was just so much fun. And I can't wait until it's uploaded to YouTube so that all of our viewers at home can watch it too.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be uploaded really quick and very soon. So we did not just do the Midnight Massacre. What I'm adding on addition to that is the live skit. So when you see it, you're going to see the Midnight Massacre performance and then the live portion that came onto the screen.
Yeah. Awesome.
Were you there last night?
I was there last night. I was there all night. I survived the Midnight Massacre. And I got my Devaney Pin trading card.
Wow. I'm jealous.
Thank you, Gil Claveria.
Wow. Well, cool. So, thank you. I want to talk about the Catlady of Gramercy now. My screenplay that's in the festival. But, hey, thank you so much. Hey, yeah. All right. So, Dawna, ask me about the Catlady of Gramercy.
Okay, Jonathan, what about the Catlady of Gramercy?
Well, it's a real gory psychological horror film. And it's about a young woman, Cara. She's emotionally disturbed. She's a real depressed city person. Hallucinates a lot, and her grandmother dies, and she inherits her grandmother's country home, which is infested by cats, and Sure, infested. But, her grandmother was a crazed cat lady who, would torture cats, and her grandmother would torture her by making her act like a cat and telling her that she can't be a human being until she starts to torture cats. But she loves cats and she doesn't want to torture them. So her grandmother, using psychological torture on her and a lot of gruesome cat mutilation. Like, they skin cats alive and make sweaters out of them, and she puts cats in meat grinders and grinds them up and feeds the ground up cat meat to other cats. I'm upsetting you. I love it because that's what I want, the screenplay to do. I want it to, have that effect on people, and I hope when it's filmed that the movie has that effect on people too. Oh, I bet. So eventually, grandmother, gets Cara to, act like a cat, walk around on all fours. She's going around on all fours so much that it hurts her to stand up straight. But at the end, it has a happy, positive ending about the power of forgiveness. Because in most horror movies, I think maybe she would defeat her grandmother by overcoming her fear and killing her. But in this one, she defeats her grandmother by forgiving her for all of the early childhood abuse, and that's what lifts her grandmother's power over her off. So it has kind of a positive twist at the end, which I think is very unique.
Okay. Well, what made you come up with that idea? Are you a cat lover?
Well, I really, really hate the book Save the Cat, so I wanted to write the movie to end all Save the Cat movies.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to put as much cat torture and mutilation and dismemberment in there as I possibly could.
Okay. Now, you've won so many awards now with your screenplays. Do you have a favorite?
My favorite is always my most recent. And I think the Catlady at Gramercy is my favorite. Alter Ego is my second favorite, and Ibu Gogo is my third favorite. And then I have earlier ones too, which didn't win any awards. I don't like them anymore.
Okay. And Jonathan and I are going to be working on a project this year. We're going to meet on it soon. I think Jonathan's such a great screenwriter that I want him to write a screenplay for me, and I'm sure it will be fantastic.
Yeah, Dawna, that sounds like so much fun. I also, I'm going to try, I haven't mentioned this to any of them yet, but I was so happy with the promo. I kind of want to take your character and my character and John and Izzy and maybe kind of expand it into something, bigger. So, because I really enjoyed working with all of you. I really enjoyed working with Charlie and John and Izzy and you, and I just want to, build that into something, maybe a little bigger and see where that goes. Would you be interested in that, Dawna?
I would love it. Okay, thank you for joining us today, Jonathan.
And thank you so much, Seth at MoreHorror.com and John, who's filming right now, who's one of the few people on Earth who can take a good photograph of me. And thank you so much, Dawna Lee Heising, for being so amazing and so supportive.